All right, we don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. I also messed with the stream settings, so let me know if that looks like shit. Oh, you can, Steven. What do we got? What do we got? All right. I don't even remember where the freak I'm at with this bullshit. Voice is quiet compared to the music. Ooh, I wonder why that. Let me see. A check. How about now? How about now? I wonder why that's different. Hold on. Hold on. Did Spotify get turned up? I don't know. I feel like maybe Spotify got turned up on accident. We're gonna go with that. Let me know if it's too quiet. You do sound quieter than normal though. What the fuck? Well, now we gotta fix all the audio issues. Let's see here. Hold on. Why would I sound quieter? Booba da boo. A shooba da dooba da booba da bop. I don't know. We'll see. Hold on. A boom, 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 boom. It's just the more subdued. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Let me here. This will test anyways because I need to get. No, let's move the chat box off of the way there. That's totally in the way. Oh boy. Let me try testing this mission because I want to get the audio going. See how it sounds compared. How would I do that? Good God, hold on. Hold on, I think I gotta switch over to the headset. One sec. Oh boy. Hold on. Bop it a bop it a bop. Okay. Is the mic should be working. Looks complex as hell. It really fucking is. All right. Is this working? Can you hear me good? It looks like my Quest mic is a little louder than my desktop mic. JSJ Gaming, what up? Here, let's launch this bitch. I'm a gay little pilot, baby. Oh God. Recenter. Oh. Recenter. Ah. All right. Everything looking good. Audio's perfect now. Okay. Look at that. I am Cougar. We're loading. Yay. Alright, I don't have any like audio stuff in yet. I don't have a lot of the dialogue in. I'm just getting basic shit down. Oh boy. Dev mode enabled. Alright, hey, look at this. Look what I have made. So we're starting off here. We got 2 dudes running for no reason. Alright, but Delta team should be pulling up. Yep. Oh, look at them. They pull up in their little Humvees, and they're going to get out and wait for us to turn on our engines. Look at that. Look at that. So, now the objective has them... I have to get my objective screen open so I know what I'm doing. This is debug. Don't worry about that yet. That's just confusing. This is also... These 2 screens are just annoying. Don't worry about it. So, startup. Spool up. Stand by for Delta team to embark. Result is celebrating Canada Day today. He's going to be pissed he missed this. I know, right? I know, right? It'll be fine. Hopefully, I can, the plan is to keep doing more of these so I can finish this mission. Oh, let's get this up to idle. Get our instruments on. Get these on. Get these on. Oh, what is it? Is it on S-cam? Shit. There we go. Let's put it back on smooth cam. Look at that. There's Delta team. So, spool up. Stand by for Delta team to embark. It's going to wait until 2 things right now. It's waiting. It's detecting if they're there, basically, if they're in their spots. And it's also waiting for the engines to be turned on. Once the engines get turned on and they're in their spots, they're going to move over here. And they're going to get ready to board. And then it's going to initiate a boarding objective. They're going to hop on real fast. And then that objective is going to get finished real quick. And then we are doing... Okay, here it should be happening soon. Any day now. Oh, there we go. Do you make mods for VTOL VR? I freaking wish, bro. Maybe we'll get there one day. This is my first mission. Alright, so here they... Oh, there we go. Boom. They boarded. And so, if we look here... So it went... this is all out of order. For a second it showed this. Stand by on the pad. Delta's inbound for pickup. And then it said 0444. Finish that objective. Now we're on to taxi to runway 33. Follow the highlighted path. Oh my god, for departure, maintain around 50 feet. And I'm going to have audio stuff going and shit like that in the meantime. Oh, look at the little truck go. Look at this little guy. Hello. Alright, so I have it loaded. Yep, see, it loaded in a path. Here. So you know where you're going. And you're going to follow this to taxi to runway 33. And I even put in there, maintain around 50. Taxi like the real boys. So I'm going to turn auto hover on, actually. Put this up. And let's get up to around 50. Ooh. Why are you acting so weird? Come on, little bird. Whoa! Okay. Shit. We're fine. Alright, so we're at 10. We're not even that high. So we want to try to be good here and follow the taxi path. I'm already getting off it. Alright. You don't have to use auto hover for this, but it's safer. I've been working on putting all the little shit in here, making it look good as it can. Like, I even have it scripted. There's a waypoint right here. When you hit it, it's going to start a truck to drive over to the right. There he goes. I'm just trying to add little shit like that, like it's the first Halo game or something. I love it. So, following the path, we're going to go up here, and then bye-bye, truck. We're going to hang a Louie. And, like, let's... Here, I don't have to use autopilot or auto hover. I could probably go faster if I didn't. Oh, my God! We could go faster if we just fucking died. You okay, fellas? Let's restart that. Let's restart that. Let's restart that. How long have I been working on this for? This is like 2 or 3 days. Oh, my game just got laggy. Why is my game so laggy? I'm waiting for the lag to go away. Hold on. I think we're good. No, we are not. Hold on. Let me try I don't know if I can do a quick restart. I might have to exit it and do a full... Wait, let's try a restart here, just for the funsies. No, that is not working. Exit. Loading assets. Oh my god, we're having a meltdown. Okay, what are we doing? All right, we're loading. We're loading. Hold on. Let's just try relaunching it. Bump, bump, bump. Nice work, man. Thank you. Keep it up. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm also getting a lot of help from some people online. They're definitely setting me up for fucking success here and fixing every fucking problem I have. I've got ideas. I don't got the skill. All right, I'm just trying to see if it's still... It's not as glitchy. It's still a little laggy. I think that just has to do with all my models and stuff. Maybe that lets me know right there that I can't really add too much more around here. But it's not terrible. Maybe I could. All right, let's get going again. Turn it up. Turn all these on. Bing, bong, boom. Son of a bitch. I can never get that one. Oh, yeah. All right, I gotta check my phone. Hold on. Oh, let's get this freaking thing out of here. We don't need that shit. Where's my vape? Alright. God, I love this thing. This is such a fun helicopter. There we go, get some night vision on there. They've also got, each one of those has a little infrared, the blinky light that's going on right now. I had them turn it on when they got out. When they get on, it turns off. But that's really cool. So I'm going to have them, when we drop it off in the city down that way on the roof, well, we're going to drop them off on the ground. They're going to go in, and we're going to pick them up off the roof. And I'll have them turn those on. That'll look kind of fun. In, out. This is a nice little window. This is for, I didn't make this. The dude that's helping me helped me with this. He's being awesome. But for this whole path, there's the path that it goes on, and then I have a second path. I'll show you back in the editor. That's kind of like a bubble around it. That's a barrier that lets you know if you went too far out of it or not. So that's what path in or out means. Altitude is if you go too high. So if you go like over, I forgot what I set it to, like 75 or 100 feet, you'll be technically out too, and you'll fail the objective too. So you have to be in the path and under the altitude this whole time until you get to there's a waypoint right there on that same spot, and that's how you complete this objective, which is taxi to runway 33. I need to update stuff, and you can also make text pop up floating in front of you, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to like have recommendations for like, you know, set these like this, keep your landing lights on so you know where you're going, or MVGs. I don't know. Bam! Are you flying a Little Bird? Yeah, this is the AH6 Little Bird mod. This thing is so fucking cool. Here, I'll put the S-cam on so you can kind of see some angles. Yeah, are you on the VTOL life? Here, I'm gonna try not using oh, here we gotta turn these off too, by the way. I'm gonna try not using auto hover. Oh boy, this is a mistake. Okay. We're gonna hover like the real boys do. We don't need no auto hover. And let's be honest, like 50% of the kids that play this are gonna do it like this. So this is good testing. Like, you can go faster this way. So I need to make sure that the truck is not just sitting there still. No, we're good. Jelly, I want to play. I know, it's fun. This is a two-player. Two people can be in this. I'm scripting this mission to be single-player, and this guy's actually going to be talking to you a bunch as your co-pilot. His name's going to be Casper. And there's even parts, because I can't make him actually do anything. He just kind of sits there and looks around. So I'm going to make him just talk and give you instructions like this, along with all of this stuff on screen. Hold on. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, calm down. Calm down. Let's calm down. Hold on. Along with this stuff on screen, on your objective screen, and the floating text. I fly a Little Bird in DCS. It's fine. Oh, that sounds fucking. I need to get. I'm waiting to play DCS until I get a real HOTAS, like a stick and stuff, which I might be getting soon, honestly, because when I'm making this mission in the mission editor, I can use the flat screen mod, and it makes things a lot faster. I don't have to keep putting my headset on and on every time I test. But you can't move the stick around, the cyclic right here, with flat screen mod. I need to get an actual stick so I can do that. So it kind of makes sense. All right, wait, we're about to do this. It's about to activate this. There we go. So now the next objective should be departure. I forgot to put stuff in there. And it should have given us a waypoint. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, there's a waypoint right there. So it's saying take off. Actually, I thought I put the info in there for this. Like saying take off. Alright, we're going to just take off. Let's get off auto hover. Getting off auto hover is scary. See, every time. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's go take off. I have a Quest 2, you can fly in VR. I know! That's what I want to do! I have it downloaded. Well, I took it off just so I save space. But I use HOTAS with VR, it's better in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't get the flight controls with the VR controllers to really work. Alright, so we're taking off. We're heading to this checkpoint. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do here. I just wanted them to take off the runway, and then I think I'm going to have it suggest a path and put it in the nav. Come on. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Oh no, we got it. Departure is green. So we did that. So next would be, and it's daytime. We need to adjust the time. I still want it to be dark. That's going to be hard. Well, I mean, I think I can actually do things to force it to be night and force it to be day at certain times, but I want it to be turning day right when you're coming around this mountain-ish, when you're coming into the city. I still want it to be dark here, because I want to let them use NVGs if they want to. Alright, zoom out. I'm just gonna keep going for funsies here. And to just test this is the first time I've streamed this shit. Hi! So, I kind of want to see how it goes. Oh yeah, we got guns too, look. They give you guns. Hold on. Check it out. So I'm gonna make this part of the mission too. So you're gonna drop them off. Sorry, didn't mean to point that at you. You're gonna drop them off. There's also a flare gun. Look at that. I love it. Okay, just hang on there for a second. Good God. Random question. Do you have VR chat? VRC? Yeah, I haven't played that in a second, but that's always a good one. Good old VR chat. That's where I start doing all this flight stuff, was in all the VR chat flight worlds. It's like the step before VTOL. Then you do VTOL, and then you do DCS, I think. But right now, I bought that Il-2 Sturmovik game was on sale, and I've been eyeing that. So I bought that, which is supposed to be awesome in VR. Yukon, it's going to be awesome. It's like a really high-rated World War II game. And not only is there planes and all this active DLC, it's like fucking War Thunder, where there's so much fucking DLC for it that's all 40, 50 bucks on its own. There's tanks DLC, there's a tank, it's a million games in one. So, but with that one, I have to get a fucking flight stick and shit. Another reason I need to get a cheap flight stick. So I'm probably gonna have to buy one here pretty soon. And then I'll be able to try DCS finally. I hate it, but I play it because I own a Halo Milsim group and we fly a lot. Oh, wait, a Halo Milsim group. Are you talking like real Halo, like high altitude, low opening shit? Or are you talking like Halo the game? I think War Thunder just had another class. I heard about that. And just like talking to. Yep, get that social shit in. But speaking of, the Halo VR mod is amazing. I've been thinking I want to go back. I tested that and got it working. It was a bitch because you got to go out and get the original Halo CE PC ISO image. Get the disc, then you got to install the mod, all this shit. But I got it working, and I kind of want to stream that or record it because it's amazing. Halo the game. Oh, fuck yeah. Halo Milsim group. That's awesome. Right in the storm out. I'm already wondering if I fucked up. I spent a lot of time on this fucking level, building the map. And I think I tried to make this. I've already made 3 or 4 different maps. I started off, and this dude helped me, and he was like, dude, you picked. My load times were atrocious. Just loading from the VTOL editor into the test game like this, and then back and forth, it would just suck the life out of it, because you'd be sitting there at a loading screen for a minute and a half, and like getting on your phone, you'd lose attention span. So he was like, you picked the biggest fucking map in the game. You should have picked a smaller map. You're not even using all of it. So I remade, I had the mission built, shut it all down, because he was like, I would just start from scratch. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. This is a learning experience. And made a whole new map, way smaller. And long story short, had to, because of other issues, another learning experience, had to scrap that. Made this map and made it small too, and did all that work. This is like the 4th iteration of starting from scratch and doing this. I'm like, I think I made it too far, and I thought I made it really close, but this is kind of a, I don't know. The first couple times I thought it was fun doing all, and it's going to be a lot more fun at night flying over all this shit, and I think we're going to have some other things join you, so it feels more like, you know, Black Hawk Down and you're all flying in. But regardless, this is still kind of boring, you know? This is still pretty boring to get all the way to the fucking city. So I'm kind of scratching my head right now. I'm like, what should I do here? I could fill the time a little bit more here. I could put some dialogue. I could make an event happen somewhere between departing at the end of the runway and getting here. I don't know what. Or I need to go back to the drawing board and remake this whole level, which is going to mean, like, there's no way to move the base and all of that shit easily. So I'd have to keep the base and everything there and move this fucking mountain closer, move the whole city closer. It would be a whole shit show. That looks stupid, but I'm not going to fix it. You don't know what I'm talking about. That over there. You move, bud? Holy shit! We're okay. We're okay. Hold on, fellas. It's extremely active today. We got a Pelican and climbed to 40,000 feet. And we had 10 Spartans jump out of Chaos Battlefield. These tracers flying everywhere. What the hell? In VR chat? Dude, that's why I've told people VR chat is like the best free game. You just get it and it's a million games in one. I would have done the same thing. I need all that space because eventually this build one will give the entire Middle Eastern territory. I know, right? And there's people that have already done that. Like, I was thinking of starting out on, there's a lot of pre-made maps on the workshop that users made based off of, you can put in a height map, so you can go out to real life Google Maps, get a height map off it, and then make it in here. So there's a lot of, like, you can fly around Miami, people have made the GTA maps in here, but some of them are like the Persian Gulf, they have that one in here, but it's just too big. So I'm like, I just need something that looks kind of like this, like Kuwait, to match this mission that I'm trying to do. And actually, we should have another, I thought I put in another objective, maybe I didn't. That is flying over here, getting within a certain amount of distance to the building we're supposed to be dropping off at. They never actually do it. Yeah, I make some AVIs for the group and everything, so it's kind of easy to add things to the group. What do you mean by AVIs? I'm a noob at this shit, bro. I'm so sorry. Like... Also, I need to think about where I'm going. Where did I place... Well, first off, the city doesn't look that bad. I had to take out a shit ton of this, because even though I made the city tinier compared to my last map, it still was way too big, and all of these buildings was adding way too much loading time onto shit. So I just went in and stripped out a shit ton from the back, and I was scared that it was going to make this look barren and boring, but it looks fine. Also, this is where it should be turning to day. I want the dawn to be coming up when you see the fucking... when you see the city. This is going to be awesome. It would be really bad if I came this far and crashed. There we go. Avatar is like skins. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's go back to random modes. Let's go. Let's make it look cool. I haven't crashed yet. Knock on wood. Whee! I think I'm going to put in a suggested path, but they can kind of do whatever they want. Although if I made a specific path when we got close that made them weave down some streets and stuff, that would be cool. Like maybe they could get, maybe I'll do it that way. I'll make them get like to a certain waypoint out here somewhere, and then I'll make them follow a path again. Alright, so that's the building with the cranes that I want them to go to. Where could I do this? Maybe here. I'll have them enter in over here. Let's just test it out. So I'll have them come in here low, all sick as shit, like real cool shit. Oh, look at that camera angle. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn right here at some point. Maybe after this building. Fuck that up. I'm doing it, Mom. Look at me go. Look at the little feet dangling. Okay, here we go. Put some cranes on there too. That looks cool. Let's keep it. Let's see here. So we need to drop them off in this courtyard. I want to drop them off right down here. What's the coolest way to get them here? I'll make Kermit the Frog Sith avatar with memes because not for shit. That's not Kermit. Let's see. I could make him come down this road actually. Could make him wrap around. Oh, that's asking a lot to make him go through there. I could just make him wrap around over here. I don't know. Alright, so we'll drop them off there. They're gonna run in. And then I want to make it. Let's get the auto hover on. It's gonna basically Casper over here is gonna tell us, or somebody's gonna be like, orbit and provide cover while they do their thing. I'm gonna make some audio of them in there like fucking, I don't know, taking out Osama, just doing cool shit, cool Navy SEAL shit, Delta Team shit. And then we're gonna have, okay, so I haven't thought about this yet. Well, I've thought about it, but I haven't thought it out. I want trucks to roll up and start shooting at you. And he's gonna get hit right off the bat. So that's why he can't do anything. He's just gonna, regardless, like if you play the single player, your co-pilot dude here just kind of sits there and does nothing. So that's how I'm gonna explain that away. That's the best thing I can do. He gets hit, he's gotta heal himself. He's gonna be like, put it in auto hover like this and lay down. So you're gonna start laying down fire like this, because if they put a gun in this game, I'm gonna make you fucking use it. Let's see here. Someday you should try doing a J-hook landing. Dude, I was working on those the other day. I got over here. I'll try practicing one after I get done yapping my fucking face off. Because what do you... Walk me through it. I want to come up, like, see if I wanted to land on that building right there. I'm coming down this street. I'm coming straight. Basically, you just want to... God, this auto hover. You just want to go this way, right? And why is this not working? Helicopter, could you please do what I tell you to? This thing is being atrocious right now. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Where's that? Okay, so you're shooting. And then I think I'll make it so you have to kill a certain amount of them. I don't know. Or I'll just put a timer on it. That's when Delta Team's going to say, alright, we're ready for extraction. We're on the roof popping smoke. So I'm going to have, oh boy, every time I come out of auto hover, I gotta nail that. I gotta get that down. I'm shitty at that. So I'm gonna make you come up, I think all the way up. I was thinking about, like, do we want to do this one? Because I can spawn them there, which would be more difficult with the crane there. I'm gonna fucking die. Jesus. But I think I want to make them come up here. I'll spawn them like between those AC things and make them, maybe I'll just pop smoke up here. I don't really have a good explanation for how they got up there that fast, besides maybe a couple minutes will have passed by the time that happens, but I don't know. Here, let's try a J-hook. Good God. I feel like my controls have gone to shit. What is going on? I think I need to trim it out a little bit. Hold on. Alright, so let's try some J-hookies. So let's say I'm going this way. Dude, honestly, whatever I try is not going to work, because I swear to God, this thing is handling like a bitch right now. What is happening? You want to be about 30 to 60 knots. You go completely sideways and make a J with your helicopter. Is this not the one where you go inverted? I was doing that like, okay, so if I was right here, let's see. I go here. Like that. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I could have landed, I could have came down easier. But you're let's try yours out. J-hook. $30 to 60, go completely sideways and make a J with your L. Let's do it right here. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh. That wasn't too bad. What does that look like? Let's put the fucking... Give us the cool cam. Let's try practicing this shit. That's just a backflip landing. Yes, exactly. Hell yeah. See, I know what I'm doing. Let's do it right here. Dude, that was almost really good. I almost crashed, though. Hold on. I can do this. I can do this. Let's keep going again. Let's go over here. Find a building. Red line. Alright, let's just try landing on top of here. It wasn't great. I mean, it'll do, but it wasn't great. Let's try this again. No, I'm not. It's like catching it. You feel like you're falling out of the sky, and I whip the collective up way too fast. I gotta be easy with it. You got this. You're the first person I taught with words to get the first try. Hell yeah! I mean, it seems like it makes sense. You just kind of crank it left, whip it, you know, rip the hog. Really whip the hog. Holy! Are we alive? Delta team? Oh! Yeah, they took a big hit there. They took a big hit there. All right, let's go back. Ha ha ha. All right, I'm back on the desk mic. Am I loud or am I quiet? You tell me. Senor Shrimp VR. Well, I just fucking killed everybody, so that's not ideal. Here we go. All right, so we go to units. Saber 1 is the name of the player, I guess, for now, or the name of the you know, the AH6. All right, so this is what I was talking about. Here's, right here, is the actual taxi path right there. So that's what pops up in your nav screen. But that doesn't actually have anything to do with detection. That's all visual just for the nav screen. The detection is this guy, this big taxi barrier. This one. So you make kind of a bubble around it, if you can see what I mean. So there's a barrier, and you kind of set your points along it, and I have it set to smooth. Linear, if you have this set to linear, here, I'll show you. That's where you get these hard, like this, where it's hard 90 degrees. But I set this to smooth, kind of get
Stunning
more of a...
just subscribed with Prime. You're literally the best thing that's happened to this channel.
I was fucking stunt, my baby. My boy. My chat. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, I got caught. When you pull up and go sideways, put your collective all the way down. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And when you go to the landing part, bring it up slowly. That's what, yeah, I think I'm just bringing the collective up way too fast is the issue. Stunt, my boy, I appreciate you. Thank you for that sub, baby. So where was I at? So yeah, this is our barrier. the fuck did I just do? I think I messed something up. No, I didn't. So that's what's detecting. If you go outside of that blob, which I gave it, as you can tell, I gave you a lot of leeway, honestly. I'm like, I'm not going to be too stingy with it. If you go outside of that, you're screwed. That'll fail that objective. Or if you go too high, which here I'll show you. Objective. This is kind of confusing. Go with me. Here's all our objectives. So we got startup, standby for Delta, taxi. And then here is the success. So you succeed this objective, you win, you complete this objective if Sabre 1 is near this waypoint, taxi hold runway 33, which is the waypoint I put right there. Taxi. So if you get near that, you beat it. But you fail it if Sabre 1 is outside of that barrier that we talked about, taxi to runway 33. So this blob, if it gets outside of that, it fails it. Or, because you can put in and or ors, if Sabre 1 is altitude greater than 26 meters, if you go too high, that fails it also. So that's so genius. Some dude helped me with that on how, because I was like, how do I make them follow a path? It was such a bitch. You'd think there would be an easier way to just like make an objective to follow a path, but nope. But nope, no problem, bro. W stream. It's a stunt stream, baby. That's a stunt stream. JSJ speaks wise words. He does. He does. I've been playing DCS SP Squad, VRC, and Arma, Reforger for a while now on J-Hook and all of them. Oh, yeah. This guy knows. Dude, I would get so addicted to watching those freaking Arma videos of, like, Arma helicopter pilot with so many hours doing it and just, like, freaking people out and just doing the craziest shit. I want to be able to do that. Now that they brought in the AH-6, that's why I've been like, I want them to put a Huey in here, but that's asking a lot because the AH-6 is really close to a Huey, honestly. But still, we can pretend it's a Huey. All right, so that's that objective. And basically, it's just so confusing. But at the start event, it does this. Objective 1C start. If you complete it, it does this. Objective 1C complete. And these are events. And this is where you freaking code everything. So that's this. Text, bum, bum, bum. What is this doing? Okay, this sends the taxi path to the GPS. The player, so that sends this one to the GPS so they can see it. And then this is this guy, that truck I was talking about, that activates once you hit this guy, this waypoint. So when Sabre 1 is near Sabre 1 activate taxi, which is this guy, when you're coming down the road. When that happens, Talon Taxi Truck 001, great name, set path to that path. So then he just starts going on this little path and just kind of drives around. God, I feel like I'm programming an old Halo game. This is crazy, though. I play VTOL VR. I don't play it that much, though. All right, so that's that. Where are we at now? Departure. Close. I don't need that. Or, wait. Begin objective. I'm sorry. I'm so lost. Yeah, this shit is so confusing. I'm still wrapping my head how to work this stuff. Taxi. Oh, not that. Auto set waypoint. I think I want to make this a little bigger. It took a while for that to get detected out here. This guy, departure waypoint. And it's handy dandy because you can just go up here, tools, measure. If you want to know exactly where you are from something. 200 meters, 377 meters, so you can measure all this shit out. That's handy as fuck. All right, so they depart. Then I want, oh yeah, what, the weather. Can I adjust the weather? Edit weather presets. Does that affect time? Night, start. I don't know. Night. Beautiful. So cloud plane, cloudiness, serious. Wow, you can really affect the clouds. But not the time. The time is the shit I'm worried about, not the weather. Ooh. Okay, I don't need this. Yeah, I don't need this. Delete this. Global values. Settings. Scenario info. Yeah. So I set it here. Time of day. Weather. We ain't in Panama anymore, Jimbo. We ain't. Operation Urban Talent. It's a great name. I'm going to be honest. It's a pretty solid, badass name. You should add clouds. We got clouds. Here, I can show you. If I go down here, it's kind of hard to see. My player is blocking it. We can do preview weather, preview time, visualize wind. So I can preview weather. Oh, that was really cool, actually. That was really cool. And then I can preview time. Bloop. This looks like some Dracula shit. Look at that. So there we go. So I can preview it, visualize wind and shit. How? Okay, wait. If I go to taxi, or no. Let's just say start. This starts delta to pickup. Restarts. Let's also add in the same thing. Base. Camp Talon 17. No. Static object. No. System. System. So this is where we can play messages and shit. This is where I'm going to have to go in and like, set all these messages and all this shit. Oh boy. Play background music. Set waypoint. Light flare. Transition weather. Transition time. Transition time immediate. Set time speed. Ooh, I think we got it right here. Transition time. Smoothly transition to a certain time of day. Time can only advance forward. So if the hour set is lower than the current time of day, it will advance to that hour the next day. Okay. Immediately change the time of day. Well, if I don't need to set one at the beginning, because it's going to go off of this. It's going to go off of the scenario, whatever, info, which is at about 3:55. But what if they take too long with all this shit? Let's set it to like, let's give us a lot of room here. Okay. And then we'll set a setting every time. I guess. I just ate my body weight in mac and cheese. God bless America. Fuck. I need to hit my vape before I can think more about this. So this is what I'm worried about. Like it just said, if the time is later, then it's going to go by. So I think I just need to leave it. Actually, I need to give us as much time as possible. So, when does it get dark? There. We'll go to like 19. That'll give us as much time as possible. And if they go past, if it turns into day, it turns into day. But that will take a long time if they sit around here taking that long. And then we don't need to force the time until probably departure waypoint for now. I'll do that for now just to see how it works. So departure. Or no. When is that? When... God damn it. I always click the wrong thing. Be right back. All right, no problem. You better be. No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I didn't put in info. Yes, I did. Where did it go? Instead of saying maintain, I should say do not exceed 100 feet. I don't know. Let's just do that for now. It's all a process. Good God. You can use him. I can change that later too. Stunt subscription while I was eating like a slub. Hell yeah, baby. You're all right for a Philly John. Oh my God, yes. I don't even know what that's from, but I'm gonna steal that and use that. What was I doing? God. Departure. Depart runway 33 and climb to I don't know, 500 feet. We'll test that. How do I want to word this? Because I want to say depart runway 33 out this direction. To the north? What direction is this? It doesn't tell you. It just says the heading down here. I don't know what that is. Oh, wait. 360 is up. Right? Yeah. Depart to the north. And climb 500 feet. Okay. If that happens, we go back to the events. Begin objective departure. Okay, yeah, that's the... Okay, all right. When this starts, it automatically displays the waypoint, but what else do we want it to do? We probably want to put a thing on... Here, I'll test this too. We'll copy this. Okay. Events, departure, start. We'll make it say... system... tutorial, display message. Here we go. And then we'll put that in there. Okay. Duration, we'll say 10 seconds. Boom. All right, so that'll be nifty. Then we do that. Then, what are we doing? Bro, I've been doing a ton of work in ChatGPT trying to do legit image creation. You're alive. I'm alive. Resolves here, Canadian Day. Happy Canadian Day. I'm not worried about AI taking over the art scene, let alone the world. There's so much it can't do or understand, especially with ratios, proportions, space, and artists. Yeah, I know, right? It's getting there. It's getting there. My thing is, you always got to fucking remember, they're not showing you... You're seeing 20% power. You know what I mean? You're seeing 30% power. 20 to 30. You're not seeing what it can actually fucking do. And that's what I worry about. If that's what they're giving away for free, like, you know, what are they gaining from us while they give us this little shit version? Oh, Canada. That's just the AI that they let it use. Exactly. Okay, where am I at right now? Hold on. We get to here. Do that. The weather. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Okay, once we complete this, we could put technically we could put the weather start, because I think I want to start it turning to morning here since we're heading in. Or maybe we could do it more over here. I'm just going to do it here for now for testing purposes because I don't want to make a whole new waypoint and a whole thing like that. But I'll probably do it more that way. I'll have it activate morning here at a certain time so I'll know. Although I still feel like this is too much of a fucking drive. Ugh, it's so boring. I've been playing Half-Life. Dude, I bought that. I finally pulled the trigger on that because I've been wanting that game for years, ever since I got VR. Like, ever since I got my PC. I know that that's the top-rated thing. And then I've been waiting for it to go on sale. It finally went on sale, and then I was, like, staring at it. I already bought some other shit, and I'm, like, trying to save my money. And then I just fucking did it the other night when I was half drunk, and I'm like, I'm buying it, because I saw somebody post it on Steam. I still haven't even installed it or turned it on, but just like I was talking about with Halo VR, I want to stream that and, like, or record that. I don't know. I want to, like, get that on tape. You know what I mean? I don't want to just play it, which sucks. Fucking becoming a streamer, a YouTuber, whatever, anything content created ruins everything, because then you don't want to play or do anything. You buy these games and then you're like, well, I can't just play it for fun. Then it's a goddamn waste, because I'm a piece of shit capitalist nightmare with a stupid little penis. All right, I'm moving on. I just get it to make pictures of my cats playing guitar. I paid for it after asking you guys. Oh yeah, when you asked about that. Yeah, I still have, but I use ChatGPT also for the OpenAI API thing. So like the Stone Cold AI and shit, every time my Python script needs to go to ChatGPT and ask it something, it uses a token through an API. So I'm basically kind of paying money for that, but it's like nothing. It's tiny. It's a fucking gnat in here. Offers at different tiers. The more you pay, up to 200 a month, the more computer power you get. It's clear that they don't optimize image generation. Assuming people would be used for coding. Yeah, it does seem that way. Also, the default ChatGPT image generator thing is like, it does not, no matter how much you yell at it and you give it instructions like, hey, make this, this is supposed to be a YouTube thumbnail. Make this aspect ratio. It will not. It'll spit it out as a square or something, and it'll drive you fucking insane. All right, I want to try to activate the weather here. So let's do it. I could either do it here. No. No, not here. This is my code to get them on board. This is after they pull up, or this is them pulling up. It spawns 2 units, which are the Humvees, when they pull up. Here, I can show you. Let's do some fun shit. They are over here for no reason other than the fact that I wanted to actually code them to come from somewhere. It's stupid. So they start over, you start here. And the dudes that were helping me were even like, why did you put them over there and make them, you could have just spawned them off screen and just, I was like, yeah. I was being fun and stupid. Anyways, they spawn over here. Boom, boom. Before I had, you can actually load and unload soldiers into those, and you can do it with actions, but it's buggy as fuck, and that's the issues I was running into, so we don't do that. We actually just spawn them and despawn them, and it looks exactly the fucking same, so whatever. Yeah, I skipped over the tier thing. I'll just skip over that all day long. My eye snapped right to it. All right, so it spawns them. Spawn Humvees. Spawn, blah, blah, blah. Exit condition. If this Humvee is near this position, and this Humvee is near this position, output, then it does the next thing. Which that, it detects if they are both near right here, this dismount, or yeah, right, yeah, so it's just between them, and there's a radius of 8, so if it detects both of those there, Because by default, I'm getting nerdy with this. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'll just shut up. By default, if I go over here, after it spawns them, you notice I don't have a code to make them follow this path or anything, because as they spawn, you can just set behavior to path and default path, which is this path, and then this one has one too, and they'll just start that path immediately, which is nice. You don't have to code it. So they kind of do it. I don't know what the fuck happens there. We're going to ignore that. They come flying around here. Use the wrong tier. How helpful is the community for it? Are they super condescending, judgmental, or accepting and helpful? Dude, so far they've been cool. Like, there's been a couple times where, I don't know. Everyone's been super, like, the first dude, this guy Ben, has been helping me out. He even, like, straight up, I was asking questions in the VTOL mission editor shit, and then he eventually was like, just send me the, he's like, send me the files. He's like, let's go to DM, send me the fucking files. He got me set up into all of it, because I was doing things with triggers and timed, and he's like, don't use these. These suck. Do everything in the objective panel this way, where he has this way of, like, these are, all you can do is add sequences in here, right? And he actually made it so he organized, like, these ones, it's an actual sequence, but there's nothing there. It's just that we named it -- engines on, and that helps. You see how easy it is to read this now? Like, it kind of puts dividers in there. These are the real things. And then each objective, by default, the way this thing is set up, VTOL mission editor, is that you have a start event and a completed event. You also have a failed event, but we won't get into that. So that's why he set it up where it was like, all right, start in the objective screen here. You can't really make it do too much. You have to make it do events. So you have to kind of send it from the objective to the events tab. And that's why you have start and complete. And you put all the stuff you want, start and complete. I don't know. I'm getting into it. We don't have to get into it. Anyway, so they come over here. Let's get back to it before we fix the fucking weather here. It spawns them. They drive immediately. It checks the exit condition. Before it goes on to here, it's going to check an exit condition. You got entry conditions and exit conditions, and you can put delays in. So it checks that they are near that point, which it's not even a waypoint. You could set this to a waypoint, but we just set this to a position. You can literally just set your cursor somewhere right here, and then when you go into here and you make one of those, like if unit, random unit is alive, is near waypoint, you can do that. Or you can just do near position and then hit set, and it's going to grab wherever my cursor's at. And that's how we just set that up, and then did it to 8, so it's wide, and it's, so if both of the, I don't have to set a whole or and, like an and statement up to detect if Humvee 1 is near its position and Humvee 2 is near its, it just we put a position between them, made the radius bigger, bada bing, bada boom. Anyways, good God. Also, I can fly a little bird in a mountain. Exactly. Look at all this work. Hold on, check my phone. Okay, we're good. So, after that, it detects that is good. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to spawn those units, or technically it's going to, like, you know, unload them. And they have, here's the Humvee 1, here's Humvee 2, and I kind of put them on by each door. Boom, 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 spawns them. Delta 1, Delta 2, Delta 4. All done. And it sets their IR strobe on, enabled, which is just a little blinky light on their head for fun. I have them turn it off once they get in, because the dude that was helping me even realized, he's like, it's really fucking annoying when you're flying in the night vision goggles and those things are blinking off right by your head. So I was like, yeah. So we turn those off once we get in, and we're going to turn them off again once we drop them off. That happens. We have an exit condition. What is this? Unit list. When the Delta 4, when all 4 of those, so Delta 1, blah, 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 are near this waypoint, radius of 8, and a count of 4, then it does the output. So it waits. That's it detecting that all 4 of these have moved down their paths around the outside here, and that they're within I can't talk. Within range of a waypoint. Or no, it's this waypoint here. Sorry. So it's going to detect right there. Wrong one. Sorry. It's going to detect that everybody is out, and basically it should have been there already, but that's just like a a make sure-y thing. It's going to be like, all right, if that's true, then do this next thing, where it's moved to Saber 1, where, what's this? Okay, this is where it waits to see that your engines are on too. So this could have been like an and statement. It could have been like, make sure these people are here and that the engines are on, then go to the next statement, which would have been this, which would get them moving. But I guess we split it up for the fun of it. So now that it detects that our engines are on, it moves on and it sets their paths to each path, Delta 1 to Saber 1, Delta 2 to Saber 1. So they each have a little custom path here because I didn't, by default, you can make them load and they'll just run straight in. But I hated it. I'm like, I want it to look good. I want it to look as good as I can. I mean, it's still kind of janky. You see how this game is, but I wanted to make it look kind of okay. Blah, blah, blah. JSJ is back. We haven't gotten anywhere. All right, so anyways, it sets them. They go down their path. Exit condition. When all 4 of them, again, are, and it counts for all 4 of them, near Saber 1 within 10 meters, then it says the next thing is true. So it waits until all 4 of these are within 10 meters, which we can, this is why you measure shit. You do this and you go, 10 meters. Okay. And that's how you know it's blah, blah, blah. When all 4 of them, and that's that count thing. It's really nice. Because at first I was like, well, isn't that going to set it off as soon as the first guy gets in within 10 range of it? I'm like, I want it so... Originally, I had it so that it only detected this furthest guy, since it was going to take him the longest to get around here. If he was in position, then I knew the other 3 would be in position. But this is why you fucking talk to people. And he was like, no, see, with this thing, with unit list, you have all 4, you can put a count in here. So it has to count all 4 of them within 10 before it says you're good to go. Learning shit. We're learning shit. Borderline by Tim Impala is one of the best songs. I know, right? I know, right? So let's see. What does it do after that? Move to Saber 1. If that's all good, if engines are Delta or okay, it completes the objective and begins the next objective. So it completes startup and begins standby for Delta 2. That's the end of that logic, which is this objective. Standby on the pad. And this is the boarding action. So it picks up them, which is weird because to make them board your craft, you can't set it as an event in the other page. You have to set it as an objective. It was a whole shit show. That's why I had some other issues too. So minimum required 4, Delta 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes them run and get in the craft. So I could have just set this as soon as they got out. But again, I didn't want them just running a straight line to me. I kind of liked the realism of that. Then they instantly kind of load up. That objective takes like 2 seconds because they basically start their path right then. And then, boop, they're loaded up. On to the next one, which is, so it does this. When they all get loaded up, it completes. It goes to objective 1B completed, which is objective 1B completed. It's going to start the next objective, taxi to runway 33, and it also, this is where it turns off their flashy strobes, so they're not enabled anymore. So, now you see how we're doing this? This is so confusing. Taxi to runway 33. This is where we start this thing. Follow the highlighted path. Starts this shit, doesn't matter, but this is where we have that path detection. That's just to make sure if it gets to that waypoint, that the holding boom, 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 that's how you succeed. You fail if you go outside that path, which is this blob. That blob, this kind of blob right here. If you go outside that, you fail. This, like we talked about, God, I sound like a fucking professor who doesn't know what he's talking about. This one is just visual and it gets sent to your nav screen, but it doesn't actually do anything. That's just kind of showing you where you need to taxi. And then also, so if you get outside of that big blob, it fails you. Or if you go higher than 26 meters, it fails you. Whatever that is in feet. Good God. Dang it down. Okay, so where am I at? I need to get the weather. I need to test the weather. Let's get the weather going, and then we'll do one more VR test on this, and then I'll probably switch it up before I have to get off here. So objective, departure. Okay, that's right. We're going to events. So when this starts, when departure starts, you'll be here. You'll be waiting right here. As soon as you succeed this, you complete this objective, hitting this waypoint without failing it, it starts the next objective, which is departure. So it's going to start by displaying this message. It's also going to show on your objective screen, but this is the one that floats in front of you. And then also, that's that. And then when you complete it, this is where we need to do it. New node. So once you hit that waypoint, we want to, no, don't start immediately. We don't need to set an entry. It's fine. We want to system transition weather, transition time. I don't think I want immediate. Yeah, transition time. Okay, there we go. I was like, how long is it going to take to transition? So we want to go to like 5 a.m. Is that where we want to go to? I got to check that. Probably 6. Let's set this to like, I don't know, 10 for now. This is going to depend on how far away you are, but just for this. How do I want to test this? Edit, scenario, info, 1908. What does 6 o'clock look like? 1902. Got to remember that. 6 is not quite. Yeah, it starts to get light right there. Okay, so 1902. Boom, boom, boom. Cancel. Wait, did that save? Yes, okay, cancel. So 6 should work. I think this will work. 1 meters is 3 feet. Dude, killing it. You're killing it, bro. Still light year away result. Yeah. Does Ivy have VR? Yeah, we've got a Quest 2 and a Quest 3. I kind of hog both of them. No. They're just both sitting in here. Usually I use the Quest 3 because, you know, it's there and it's a fucking Quest 3. It's just, I've said this before. I feel like the visuals are pretty much exactly the same, like noticeable visually. Maybe performance-wise it's a little better, like as far as like getting FPS out of it and if it's going to freeze or not. But really the only pro to the 3 is the size. It's just a lot less on your face, which is nice, honestly. Okay, I'm going to save this shit. I think we're good. Departure. Although, didn't last time this fuck up with my objective? Do I need to check that? Taxi. Departure. Let's put something in here real quick so I know if it triggered. Objective 1D. So if we hit that waypoint right here, I want it to say something. That's when it's going to, yep, that's when it's going to transition time, but I also want it to say something. So I know that it's coming. Oh, Lord, it's coming. We'll just say cancel. Follow, oops. The suggested path in your nav screen to Delta drop off? I don't know. I gotta make this sound good, you know what I mean? Alright, we'll go with that. I have a Quest 2, so that's good to hear. Yeah, it's fine. It is good. The stock strap is garbage. The quests are fine. Yep, and that's the thing. With the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 that we have, we bought new straps for both of them. You have to. And I hate when people go, oh, you have to, you gotta do it. And I'm like, usually you don't. I'm not arguing that it won't make your life a little easier, but usually it's not like life or death. Fuck that strap. You need to get a fucking nice strap. You don't have to get like, I don't know if we bought like the official Quest ones or not, but they're really nice. They're pretty good. don't beat my saber enough to justify upgrading it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I think Kiwi is the one we got for both of ours, actually. All right, I'm saving this. We're going to test this. We'll see here. This is actually good because I'm scared. Switching between VR and my computer, I feel like it's just going to cause issues, but we got to test this shit out. One sec. Whoo! Oh, oh my God, I'm dying. Am I alive? Oh, I have to go. See you later. If you do live stream, keep it up. Hell yeah, baby. Stop in again, JSJ. Thanks for stopping in. I want to get the Golf Plus game and play you down. Which golf? There's golf with your friends, which is really fun. I need to play that again. All right. Cursor working. This is fun. I'm in VR doing this. Launch. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Don't care. I'm surprised this works as well as it does to do all this playtesting on stream. Like, Jesus. Now you get an idea of why this takes so fucking long. You got to sit there. You got to think out the problem for 5 minutes. Then you got to click around to find where you even need to work on this problem. Then you got to remember what the problem was and what your plan was 5 minutes ago. Oh, that's why the mic... Yeah, how does the mic sound? Is it too loud? Do I need to adjust shit? Is this one too loud? And there's mods for new different helmets, baby. You just got to get that mod. I am the cougar. I do want to get somebody to custom make my shit. Oh, look. Here they come. Wait, am I on... What screen am I on? Shit, you can't see. They just pulled up and they got out. All right. Let's get this going. Let's test this bitch out. Actually, hold on. I'm going to restart it. I want to test this. See if this is laggy as fuck like it was the other time. No? I think we're good. Ignore that dev mode enabled shit. That's something else. I'm not going to get into all that, but that's something the guy has me help me out. Got that all set up. All right, watch this. They're going to be rolling up. Here they come. And then they're going to get out. After a little delay, there we go. And they got their blinky lights on. Let's get this engine on. Is my APU on? Yes. Get this on. Get some lights on in this bitch. Get that going. We'll get the nav going down here. Let's get the S-cam over here. I need my objective screen. Ugh. Just sound closer. Sounds fine. Okay, I'll turn it down. Family member got for Christmas is 3 times. I was able to convince them to get a good home. Played some Beat Saber. I have no rhythm. Played some... Oh, wait. These guys are going to be rolling up soon. Played some first-person shooter. Almost puked in it. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. Is this mic too loud? Or should I turn the desk mic up to match this one? Or should I just turn this guy down a little bit? Yeah, we can all get that freaking golf together going. It depends on the golf game. There's some that aren't. Golf with your friends is fun. That's cross-platform, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And it's just mini putt-putt, but it's fun. It's really fun. Alright, so here's our first thing. Spool up and stand by for Delta Team to embark. There we go. So that, it just detected that the engines were on. And now it's going to flash to the boarding as soon as they're all within 10 meters. Boom. Now they boarded. Boom. So for a second, this was white and it said 04, and then they all got on. So technically, that's finished. This is kind of annoying because I got to flash through these. This usually does it automatically, and it's a big deal for me. I don't want... It's too easy for this shit to get out of order and them not to know what the fuck's going on. But we have this debug thing in here, which is like a fake objective, but these are global, these will change, which is kind of nice. So if you're in the path, or you're under the right altitude, it's 0. If you're out, it's 1. It's kind of a debug thing to test the taxi path when I got it going. So if I go too high, this will change to 1 instead of 0. Or if I go outside of the path, that'll change to 1 instead of 0. I can turn this off. It's just on for debug shit. Same with this one. Technically, the mission finishes if you have no more objectives left in the mission, which sucks because, so like, you have to put a placeholder objective at the end just to be there so the mission doesn't finish. That's what that fucking thing is. Okay, so now we're on this one. Follow the highlighted path to departure, do not exceed 100 feet. And then there's, so this is what I'm talking about. This is that one that got sent to our nav screen automatically, but it's not actually doing anything, it's just visually for them. Because in the AH6 you don't have a HUD. There's no like visual, you have to use this shit. Oh. It's the same volume, just closer. Okay, that's fine. Golf Plus is more realistic. Alright, I need to check that out. Is that cross-platform between Steam VR and standalone? Because you guys are all, I've had to explain this to so many people. You're buying everything on standalone Meta Store. Like, think of it like your phone. If you're on an iPhone, you go to the App Store. Whereas, because I'm doing Link stuff, I have to buy everything on Steam, and I run it through Steam VR. And I have to make sure the games that we're all going to play together are cross-platform between Steam VR and Meta standalone, because not all of them are. Alright, let's get going here. I'm going to fucking shut up. Let's put some random looks on here. Why not? Let's see if I can hover decently. Oh, this is a banger. Alright, let's see if this... I still want to try to rush this truck. Rush the truck! I actually could see it standing still for a second there, so I think I'm going to move that back more. I don't want that to happen. I want them to drive under you. I think that'd be kind of fun. Woo! Jeez, or through me. It can be played on Steam. I just don't know if it can be cross-platform. Yeah, I usually go on ChatGPT and ask that shit. There's some things AI's good at, sometimes it's not, but that's like some straight fact shit that it can just figure out pretty quick. For the most part. Sometimes it's wrong. A lot of the times it's wrong. Golf Plus is only available on Metastore. Yep, see? And there are so many games that look really cool that are only on standalone that I can't really do. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I could, but I'm going to have to do a whole different setup because you have to... It's a bitch. I have to use like... Okay, hold on. This should get activated here. We should see a floating message pop up. There we go. Depart... Here, you see that? Depart runway 33. So I'm going to have a lot of that stuff pop up, and I'm going to have audio go off too. So like right now, I wish I could display in real life the fucking waypoint, but I can't. The only thing I can do is this, and put it on here, which I'm going to hope they can figure out. I don't know. I might have to adjust this. Or I might just have to make them take off and not have to actually detect that. I don't know. Oh, we are an S-cam. The pop-up is nice and clean. Yeah, I know, and it floats right there, and it's nice. Okay, so now we should see a new pop-up. There we go. Follow suggested path, and weather should be changing over the course of 10 seconds here to 6 a.m. Let's see. I'm going to turn off. Oh shit, look at that! Okay, that was a crazy fast change in weather, but proof of concept. Proof of a fucking concept, boys. One thing we need to do, I'm already noticing, it still has, this is just bugging me, probably doesn't even matter, but it still has our waypoint back there and a little green line going to it. I should try to, like, turn off that waypoint or something. So basically, I just want them to... I want them to fucking fly down this way towards the city to where we need to go. But this is what I'm getting worried about. I'm like, do I need to fucking remake this whole level? because it takes us a while to get down there and it's kind of boring. I think my two options are to remake the level, which is going to be a bitch because I literally have to move mountains to make that fucking happen. I got to move that mountain closer, so you're just going. I want to hide the city from the start, so that's why it's behind the mountain. But fucking A, it takes so long to get there. I thought I was close. Or, oh god, we add something to do in the meantime, in between here and there, but I don't know what. And it can't be anything exciting like shooting or anything like that because A, we're transporting people right now. You can't have guns on while you're transporting. If you have the seats on, you can't have guns on. And B, that wouldn't make sense in real life anyways. We're supposed to be going in covert, trying to get our people landed in there, so we wouldn't be getting in fights and shit. A little too fast. Reed, if I was playing the mission, I had no idea what to do. Yeah, I know. I need to make those go longer for sure. Can you prolong the change time to simulate a sunrise? Yeah, I just set it to 10 seconds just to test right now, like do a little debug, see if it worked. I'm gonna maybe set out a waypoint a little bit further out here is what I was thinking. Like put it out here, make the radius of the waypoint huge so it takes up this whole valley kind of, but maybe set it over here. So I kind of want it to still be dark right now because these lights and everything look cool when you're flying over them. And I want the, I might have two AV-42s come up and join up with you, so it's kind of like Black Hawk Down and you're flying in together. They're going to depart before you go in, and it sucks. My original plan, I was going to have more the little birds fly with you, but you can't. It sucks. You can't load them in as AI. You can only load in AV-42s as AI and some other planes and shit, but the only thing that would act like the helicopter. I was going to have the AH-94s provide overwatch a little higher up, and then have some more little birds, but you can't, so that sucks. We got to work with it. So I might have them join you just for funsies, although it's not going to, I don't know, those will look kind of weird flying with you. I think you can plug in a bunch of points, decrease the time increments. Yeah, that's the other option too, Yukon, I was thinking about too, is setting the time up a few hours every time, but I don't know. How hard it would be to set a rendezvous to pick up troops on the way to the city? Can't have the Apache for support. No, you can't have AI Apaches or Little Birds. You can only have them as the player model, unfortunately. And I don't want to... I could. It wouldn't be hard to set it up to pick them up on the way there, but I wanted it more realistic like that, where... Think of like when you're watching Black Hawk Down, where the pilots are getting ready on the... which is like you get ready on the board, you're on the board, out there on the landing area and shit. I can't think of the words. Out on the lot. And then the teams kind of load up and run out to you or come out in cars. So that's how I had it like that. I had Delta Team kind of away in their own barracks in some buildings, even though you don't see any of that. Again, whatever. But, and then they hop in their Humvees and they come driving over to you and they load up over there. I kind of wanted that rather than pick them up out here because it just didn't really make sense to me. If I was making a mission where, like, you know, they crashed and I need to pick them up, then I'll do that. But, okay, you see what I mean? You see how long this is taking to get there? I feel like this is so fucking boring. And I am annoyed. Like, how the hell am I going to fix this? Let's get some random looks on here. Hi. Are you in hover mode or free flight? This is free flight. It's not the fastest little guy. He only goes about 100 miles per hour if you're going down a hill or something. Usually around 98. They're cool when you're in city. It feels like you're flying and doing cool shit, but when you got to cover distances, this is what people talk about in the mission editor, where you need to... Nobody's going to want to play a mission if... Especially like a multiplayer mission, where you've got all these different roles. This is a single player mission, by the way. I'm not doing multiplayer. But if you've got a bunch of different roles, like people in different airplanes, and then you've got some helicopter roles too, and right off the bat, you have everybody taking off and flying 20 miles to some place, the helicopters are going to take 2 hours to get there, whereas the airplanes can get there in 5 minutes. So you have to work your mission around that. You gotta like make your helicopter spawn closer and away, you know, or do something. You gotta figure that shit out. And I already talked about it. I rebuilt this fucking map like 4 times, and I thought I made it really close, but this is still really far away. You flew farther on the Christmas mission. I know, right? Well, that's true. How do you so smooth? I'd be upside down already. I don't know, because I'm just a badass. Gotta set up a FOB. Yeah, that's what... So the plan with this mission, I've already got like a full script kind of set out. You're gonna pick them up. We do what we just did, where they get picked up. We've got our boys, and we're heading in. We're gonna make them... I was just talking about this earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna make them set a... I think I might, just to make it more fun. I don't know. Where I set a specific, like, right here they can do whatever they want to get there, but I want to maybe make a waypoint up here where they have to go to a certain waypoint, like, by a street, so that it's... And then I'll give them another path on the nav screen that they need to follow in, so I can guarantee their entry into the building that they got to go into and everything, you know, all that. I can guarantee that every time, and that'll make scripting things a little bit more easier and shit. But I don't know if that's asking, again, if that's asking too much of a player, and if they're not going to want to do that shit. We got to think about these things. But anyways, with the FOB, it's going to be, they come up, I drop them off at the base of the building. This guy's going to be talking along too and everything. This is Casper. And then at a certain point when they're in there doing shit, getting either, I think they're grabbing a VIP or like grabbing a I don't know, what would you call it, a hostage? It's like they're going in to grab a terrorist or something, you know, what would you call that? I don't know. The asset. At some point while you got to drop them off, and then they're going to be like circle and provide cover. Then we're going to have some technicals roll up, or just some trucks, and maybe some ground units start shooting at you. I'm going to make him, because I can't program him to do anything. I've already been over this, but I got to repeat myself. What is HVT? HVT? He can't really do anything but do this, but look around and kind of just sit there. So I'll have him talking to you and shit, and giving little helpful insights into all this, like, you know, like, it'll be another helpful way to know the rules and how to not fail shit. Like, when you have to taxi, he can be like, hey, make sure you're not going too high and stay on that path on the nav screen there or something, you know. I can just use them like that. When the trucks and everything roll up out here, he's going to get shot. So that's why he's not going to grab his gun and start doing work. And I want to use these. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me go back to smooth look. Oh, my God. I didn't even see that. Oh, my God. I didn't even see that either. Okay. We're fine. Where's the building I need to go to? Did I pass it? No, it's over here. So I'm thinking of making a certain path down the streets or something, so it's like Black Hawk Down, so you're kind of like doing all this cool shit. You know, you're like going... What a pro. You can grab the... Yeah! Dude, and the flare gun works. These guns work, dude. The sights work. There's flashlights on them. It's fucking Tabor. It's exfil. And so I want to incorporate that into my mission. Anyways, he gets hit. So he's going to be like, oh, I'm leaking here. Hold on, I gotta patch myself up. And he's going to be like, put it into auto hover mode and take care of them. Give me some cover. So you're going to put it in auto hover mode with this guy. You're going to one-hand this bitch, and you're going to start just going to fucking town on this shit. And you're going to start killing people because this actually works. It's fucking amazing. You can even reload it. So I'm going to put that in there. You're going to kill a certain amount of people. And once that happens, yeah, you're learning so much. And you're learning the mission, too. That's the important part. Okay, so we're rolling up here. I put all these little blinky lights in the cranes to kind of give you a better idea. I kind of want them to, like, do something like this, where we go over here. This is what I was talking about. Like, maybe have a waypoint where they have to go over here, like right here, and then I'll start a path. But I have to make sure they're like that. I have to make sure they're zoomed in enough, or else they're not really going to be able to see the path against the roads. And I don't know. Anyways, let's try to get over here. We got to practice our J-hooks, too. We'll practice a J-hook when we get in there. No points for whiskey. My points. Okay, so we're gonna, after you kill a certain amount of the people and shit, that's when, hold on, let me do some awesome shit here. So we're gonna roll in. I'm not gonna have any enemies or anything. We're gonna try to roll in quiet. And you're gonna drop them off here. Skirt, so you'll drop them off. They'll run inside. They kind of just clip through the building, you know. It's fine. It's fine. It's the best we can do. That's when they're gonna tell you to circle. You're gonna take off the circle. I gotta figure out where I want the trucks to roll up. I'm thinking maybe, for some reason, the most logical answer seems over here. I just feel like subconsciously people are gonna be looking over here because it's not where you came from. It's kind of where the eye goes. That looks really pretty. That's kind of nice. So maybe I'll have them come down these roads. Have a few, like one come out from the right, skirt, or one come out here actually, right here. So you'll be flying around here. Let me get the auto hover on. And you can just be one-handed and just going fucking nutso. Just shooting off flares like a G. Boom! That's really cool. Maybe use that flight time over to have Casper explain stuff to them. Like, see, there we go. That's an option. That's a good option. That's actually a good option. And the floaty messages are going to help too. All right, so anyways, after you've destroyed a lot of them, oh, there's the flare. We're going to make it so they say, like, all right, we got the dude, we got the asset. Pop and smoke, move to the roof. At first I was going to make them go here, but I think this might be a little too hard for them to land on. Although maybe I could do it for fun, you know, make them land right there. But I think we're going to make them go over here to the top roof. Because evidently we can pop flares and shit and smoke. I haven't looked into it yet, but that's what I hear. And we'll have their little IR blinkies back on for funsies. So you'll land here. I'll make them spawn like between those two AC units, I think. I'm about to crash because I can't land at all. Okay. So then you pick them up, they get on, we do some awesome shit like this. Oh boy. That was cool, although the camera didn't catch it. And then that's where the forward operating base comes in that you were talking. Okay, so I want them to then extract. Where are we going to take them? There, I want to put in a smaller forward operating base somewhere where we need to drop them off, and they're going to get in a convoy with the package, basically, with the dude. Also, I kind of want to make it, although I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I wanted to make it, no, I can just replay. I wanted to make it so at this point, Casper isn't really talking, or he's grunting and shit, and he has to get out in the convoy too. And then maybe we just, even if it does, if I can't make this player disappear, this model, I'll just make it so that another co-pilot got in or something, and we'll put a new voice in. That's more fucking work, but whatever. Ooh. So then we drop them off, they get in the convoy. You're also going to land at a rearming station for that. So then you're going to rearm, and I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if I want it so that it just forces a certain equip for you. I don't know if I can do that, but I want it so that the seats come off because now they're in the convoy, and you're going to take on a few Hydras and like the minigun, and now you're going to escort them back, either back to base. I think I'll go back to base through the mountains or somewhere else. I don't know. And then you're going to provide air cover for that. And then at the very end, we get them back to base, let's say, and then what? And then we're gonna be like, yeah, you won, blah blah blah, and then I'll put like at the very end, like, you know, like a Jurassic Park 3 ending where Casper comes on and he's like, oh yeah, look who made it back, you know, and then you find out he's all good. Even though this is the most anti-dramatic thing ever. But, you know, let's put little stuff in there like that. Let's have fun. Will I be able to download this mission when you're done? Hell yeah. That's the point, because I want to make this, then I want to make a video about it, about making it, just kind of being like, hey, I made a thing, and just to kind of try to drive people to the channel a little bit with that. Can you make it objective to equip missions instead of seat? Maybe I can make it an objective. Yeah, that's good thinking. See, now you're already thinking like a VTOL mission editor. All right, let's try some J-hooks here. Let's go right here on the right. We'll do it invert. No, we'll do it right here. We're going to try a flippy one. We're going to do a flip to the left and land. Here we go. We pull back. We drop the collective. Didn't quite work. Did not quite work. Did not quite work. Let's try that again. Let's try a J-turn. That wasn't a J-turn. Let's try the J-turn he was talking to us about. Let's do it right here. That was pretty clean. Oh, if I would have landed it. See, it's always catching... It's like catching the weight of the helicopter when you're falling after you've done the turn. The turn is the easy part. It's just making sure you don't fall out of the sky or you don't go up high too fast. Get some speed. Oh, I would be on fire resetting the mission if I did that. Here, let's try one right here. Let's see how high we can get with this shit. Let's see if we can't wrap up this building. Oh no, we didn't make it high enough. There's got to be a way to do that better. Trying something crazy. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, we're fine. Everyone's fine. That's not good. Is my tail okay? Tail's fine. Tail is fine. Alright, let's do some more cool shit. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, here we go. Get ready. Here's the apartment building. That didn't work at all. See, that did not work at all. Woo! I'm just trying to get nimble with it, you know? I'm just trying to get the hang of it. Watching people try that in Arma doing a half loop and then just staying upside down. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid. So far, I'm getting pretty good with it. Alright, let's try the upside down one. Oh no, that was terrible. Also, I just need to practice flying between buildings like this. Here, just taking a turn. This is where we die. Oh my god, that was good actually. Alright, let's go left. Oh my god, oh shit! Alright, we're fine. You know, I could be doing worse. Could be doing better. Shit. The posted? No, I know, yeah. There's a safety, dumb fuck. Oh. How are you moving so fast? You can't get it moving forward. You just gotta go, baby. So, I'm not trying to sound like a fucking bitch here. But there's the whole thing about, you probably got this already, about how the collective, this isn't a throttle in the sense like this is your throttle. This thing down here affects the speed of the blades. But once you've got that thing all the way up to flight, this does not affect speed like the RPM. This only affects the tilt of the blade, which is going to make you go up and down, yeah. But like when you're understanding how to move, you can't really do anything if the collective's all the way up. So if you're going to do a crazy move like this, you got to drop the collective, and then you get all this movement. Then when you pull the collective back up, it kind of evens it out and butters it out, but then you lose some maneuverability. But like, if I wanted to do like a barrel roll, you know, if like you can't even do, if I'm going forward and I wanted to try to do a barrel roll, it's not really going to work if I got my collective up. But this is a stupid attempt. I'm really low. Here, let me go up. If you drop the collective, you see how I don't start losing altitude right away. You're still good for a second. It's just changing the tilt of the blades. So yes, by definition, if we change the tilt of the blades and we're not changing the RPM, we're going to start to decrease in altitude, but it takes a few seconds. But if I drop the collective, even out that blade, now I get all my maneuverability and I can do a barrel roll. Like watch, I'll do this, flip it, and we're dead. And we're dead. Drop the collective. Oh god. If it ever gets out of control and you lose control, drop the collective. Drop the collective, get it back centered, raise it back up. That's the key. Yeah, basically. Collective up, move forward, collective down, turning. Basically. Sometimes, though, you don't want to drop... That's the issue I was having. You don't want to drop it for every turn, because then you just kind of fall out of the sky. When I'm doing fast turns, I'm kind of feeling it out and doing half. Let's see here. Let's find a turn. Like this one. Oh, shit, drop the collective, bring it back up. I barely saved that one. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out, honestly. I shouldn't even be... Like, I'll try to keep the collective up more for this one. Oh, we're dead. How are we not dead? That one, I didn't even move the collective, and I think you can tell it was not clean. Yeah, you gotta feather it. You gotta feather it. Alright, let's try this one. The way I've been feeling it, start dropping the collective and start the turn, and then you'll feel it kick in, and then pull it back up and pull out of it. That's how I'm doing it. You can kind of feel yourself, once you drop it and you start the turn, I wait for that drop to happen where I feel myself dropping into the, oh boy, we're dead. Where I start feeling gravity, like here. Like now. Now I pull it back up. Ooh, that was too much though. Drop it, pull it back up. I can't believe I haven't crashed yet. And as I say that, I can fly the 96, but the Littlebird is touchy. Yeah, it's lower the stick sensitivity for sure. That's what I love about this thing, though. It's hard as fuck and it's sensitive, but the things you can do if you're good, oh my god. Like this shit. Here, let's try something here. Let's try something funky. Drop the collective. Pull it up. Yeah. Drop the collective. Pull it up. Oh, that was close. I almost landed that. Drop the collective. Pull it up. We're dead. We're dead. That's probably a good time to call it anyways. Good God. It's already 9:30. Ugh. Oh, these poor souls. Okay, back on the desktop. I mean, that's not a bad... It's pretty seamless as far as switching back and forth between the two. Well, the microphone... Is this microphone quiet now? Is that the issue? Give a little more gain? I don't know. Oh, boy. So that's it so far. We got a mission coming together. Like, right off the bat, I can go in and... Loud and clear. Hell yeah. You can go in. So again, you've got objectives and you've got sequences for your events. And you got to kind of remember that. No matter what, for every objective, I got to come in here and I got to make 3 new sequences. I got to make one, which is just the title, does nothing. You just rename it, dash, 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 and then whatever it is. And then I got to make 2 more for the start and completed. And objective 1A, 1B, that's just to kind of differentiate it. But start and completed, because every objective has a start and completed event. So that's how those are going to connect back and forth. So the objective is just there to be the objective. It's like the main goals. That's how you really chunk out your mission. And then the events, that's going to fire sequences and events, which is where all the magic happens. And if anything is super complicated, like pick up Delta. If anything's super complicated like that, where is it? Delta to pick up right there. We make a separate one. Instead of putting all that stuff in here, this is just to be simple stuff. We go over here to objectives in the sub, and that's where this is. That's where all these little things live, where you do all the complicated scripts, and then it's just going to fire it from there as one thing, so you don't fill all that shit up. So let's go into when this is completed, or no, when departure starts. No, when departure is completed. Blah, blah, blah. So here we go. Transition time, 6 a.m., and then transition 10 seconds. So that's why it did that. It was just really fast. And I remember I set the time to be, before I had it set to like, what was it, like 4 or 5 a.m., but now I set it to 1902. So I set it to, what is that, 7 p.m., just to get as much nighttime as possible. Because it says you can't go backwards in time. If you set a time that's less than the actual time, it will pass go. You know what I mean? It'll make the sun go around, and it'll go a whole day, and it'll go around. We don't want that. So I'm just giving it as much time as possible. I could go in and put in little things like, all right, if they get to this waypoint, let's just make sure and let's set the time to, like, you know, midnight instead of 7. But that if the time was, it could fuck things up. So I'm just not going to do any of that. I'm just going to make it so that when they get to, like I said, either here for now is not bad, because it'll make this a little bit more dynamic depending on how fast it takes them to traverse this part. But I think I do want to set it somewhere around here. I want to make a waypoint around here, make the radius really big, like this. Well, I don't know. Yeah, like something like that. And maybe move it in here more. Tools measure. Like that. So it really holds the whole valley. So as soon as they go crossing over these buildings and shit, maybe that's when I'll activate time to 6 and transition time to, like, I don't know, 60. I'll do this 60 for now anyways, about a minute. Yeah. We'll do that for now, but yeah, I might want to change it over here because I kind of want the sun coming up as you're coming through here looking at the city. But well, we'll see. We'll fucking call it there. I was going to try doing some other games and shit, but I don't got time. I still got to eat. I got to get ready for bed, for work. This sucks. I'm back on days, though. That's something, so I at least can stay up a little longer. I was just pissed today because I got home. It was fine. We had dinner, and it was like 2 p.m., and I'm like, yes, I was looking forward to this all day since I got up. I'm like, I can't wait to work on this mission and do this shit. And then after dinner, I was like dying. I don't know what the hell was going on. I could not keep my eyes open. I think I still had the nights on me. So I was like, I'm going to go, and I never take naps or do anything like that. But like, I was trying to keep myself awake, and I'm like, I can't even enjoy working on this shit. So I was like, I'm going to go lay down for 30 minutes. Set my alarm for 30 minutes, and then Ivy was even, because she started her shift again tonight. She's back on nights. So she's like, I'll go nap too, because I got to go into work tonight. Fucking, I set my alarm for 30 minutes, wake up 3.5 hours later, and I'm like, what the, and my alarm didn't go. I even asked her, I'm like, did you hear my alarm go off? No. So I was pissed, because I'm like, there goes, I was waiting all day to work on this shit, and I just lost like 3 hours. So I didn't get nearly as, I would have got way more done on this and had a longer stream and would have actually done like some more games. I wanted to do like some of this, some Rocket League, just mix it up, but whatever. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. I'll have more time, hopefully, probably. But let's fucking brainstorm this shit out. Let's try to make this shit better. Figure out what I can do here. I think you got the gist of what I want to do. This is the problem though. If I want to make that base, so we come in here, and then the building is right here, right there. Where do I want to make the base? And I wish there was more of a valley here that could. That would be the coolest thing. It's like, I could do it. I could go into the level. I might have to do that. Although it's going to cut right into the fucking mountain. But that's fine. That's realistic. Kind of. Not really. Make a valley that kind of goes right through here. With a road. Maybe make another road right here so there's an intersection. Makes it a little bit more realistic. And then make them... There we go. I'll make them join right back up here. I already made all these roads here for this reason. Just to have... stuff there, because you only load in with these taxiways, and I hate people when they make missions, they always use these as roads. They have like, and I've fucking guilty of it because I have a truck going down here and stuff, but I thought it was fine because they have them going down taxiways and shit like, yo, that's a taxiway, that's not a road. So I tried to put in roads right off the bat, even though again the roads look like shit. It's VTOL, baby. This is just, you get what you get. But that means I can make it come back in pretty easy and connect to these roads and have them roll back in. Where are we going to finish the mission? I don't think I want to have them land in the same one, even though that's kind of realistic. Is that realistic? They could land somewhere else. I'm on 10s, got that overtime. Oh, yeah, baby. How's Chief doing? I don't know. He's got to fucking message me back. Just said he was sicky. No, so I can have them roll in probably over here somewhere. Roll in on this road. Roll in on this road. Oh, look, see, I already have some cars going down a path just doing shit. I got to program some more of that. I want more stuff just kind of rolling around and doing shit. I haven't gotten that far yet. My last 3 levels missions, I spent way more time on that. And then now that I'm like, had to remake the thing 4 times, I'm like, I'm not going to do all that shit until the very end, which is the smart thing to do. I should have done, but like, I'm worrying about the important stuff. All right. Anyways, we'll have them roll in probably over here. And I don't know. I'll have to make some stuff over here. Maybe have them park over here. And then I'll make some helipad. I'll make a helipad over here. Over here. Where's the most like? I'll make 2 helipads like right here. Like, where are they at? What does a small pad look like? Do I want to use the small pad or the normal pad? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have them drive in, kind of park here, and that'll be the end. And then I'll have player land over here, I think. This is another thing, though. There's no snap. You can't snap that to an angle. The only thing you can do, this is hilarious, is go down here and, like, type it in. Yeah, that ain't right. Does that look right? That ain't right. That ain't right either. I think it's 144. Whatever. So I'll have them land there, and that'll be the end, I think. I gotta fucking make that shit. Oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare. I love it. Had that pancake craving. I tried to watch how to make a mission video. Wait a couple hours later, random YouTube vids. Yeah, I think I probably looked at the same ones you were looking at. I did the same thing. I just couldn't find any of the answers I needed in any of the videos I was looking at. God damn it, did I not? Oh my god. I forgot to hit move on that. Here, let's just put this here. Oh my God. Just go. Oh, that's perfect. Damn, I nailed that. All right, move. Perfect. That'll be the end. That will be the end. You could drop them off and go rearm in the FOB, then return for air support, escorting them in convoy back to base. I could. That's the other order. It's just figuring out the order. I kind of like the order. I thought about it that way, but I kind of like this order where you... Because I was thinking about how that mission would actually go. Like, yeah, you'd plan it out that way, but I think this is how shit would hit the fan. You'd get them to the convoy that's waiting right outside of town. That's already predetermined somewhere out here at the base that I got to make. And then escort them back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Did you watch Ferret? Yeah, the Ferret's Wheel. I love that dude. Shout out Ben for the guidance. Shout out to Ben and then the other guy too. I can't remember his... shit. It was... What was his name? He's like... They're both mods on there, I think. It was like Spawn or... I can't remember his name. They are the shit. They put Black Hawk down my head and that's why they do. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm just kind of changing the order a little bit. Like, so grab them, take them to the convoy for extraction, and then when you land right then and there is like, you're going to land on a helipad. I mean, I might make you land right next to the car just to make it pretty. Land next to the cars so they get out and go to the cars, and then make you land right next there to a helipad, like literally like 100 feet away. And then that's where you have to shut off your engines and you can do the rearm and shit. Yeah. Jake, he's a guy. They thought because they have a personal extraction, they can fit a little bird with a package. Just thought because they have a person. Ah, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's true. I gave the mulligan on that because the other mission I was looking at, that little bird in the desert, that's how they do it. And I just didn't want to overthink it. But that's true. There wouldn't be space for them. Well, we can think about that. We can maybe adjust that, but I don't know. We'll have to fucking mess with that. We'll see. What else? So far, we're doing good. We've got the taxi stuff, and like, I don't even care if this stuff is redundant. Like, I've heard people say already, I've heard the opinions of like, yeah, you know, most people aren't going to want to do this shit, or most people aren't going to want to even do this shit. And I'm like, well, it all comes down to personal opinion, man. There's always some people that want to do something. I'm not saying it's going to be the majority, but like, I'm not really into, and I've talked to that Ben dude and the other people about this too. I'm like, I kind of like having these single player or multiplayer scenario, like 2-player scenarios, but I'm not really into the whole make a mission where I've got a bunch of player spawns. Like, these are all spawns where these are going to be wasps and these are going to be 45s. And then I'll give everybody goals to go do shit. And then everybody kind of goes and blows up their own thing, and you go do this. And I'm like, that's cool if you're into that. I'm just not into that, right? Maybe later as time goes on, but I like doing this where it's more linear and I'm making a little Call of Duty mission. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's some people want to, like, I personally like this. This is why I'm making it. I like playing a slow mission where you have little fun objectives like this, and you're like, oh, I got to drop them off. Oh, shit. You know, and you're just playing little games in your head and playing with Legos, having an imagination again. Jesus. Or make it multiplayer. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. That's what I was just talking about. Make it multiplayer, have a player in a little bit, shoot deployment, another player resolve in 96 for support. People will play that. That's true. Oh, and I talked to that Ben dude about this, and I was like, I told him too, I'm like, I think I want to make the single player version. And because he's like, you know, you could retrofit this for a 2-player too, because you can put the second player in that passenger seat. Like, yeah, that's a good idea too, to put them in the 96. That would be cool, and that's another version too. But like, I want to kind of make a retrofitted version where things are a little different. I change some things around, but make it 2 players so that there's the person in the passenger seat that can do shit too, like shoot and all that. Bopping along, doing barrel rolls with an Obama skin, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here. The thing with having the Apache and the Little Bird would be really cool. Although I got to look into how to do that. Yeah, you can do that. I have not made a multiplayer mission yet, and it's way different than doing a single player thing. It's going to be a whole new shit show. Ugh. You want resolve patch Chico? What's this do? You know, what's that bail thing do? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Good little stream, though. We made a 2-hour little stream out of it. Good proof of concept here that you can do this. That's kind of fun. Hopefully be on tomorrow. G's, gentlemen. Happy Canadian Day. Oh, going out with Prince. Hello. Hello. JJ's. Love ya.